Right, part 3 and the finish. Quick recap, part 1 and 2. What we have, diagnostic of the bike. It was battery controller error. Then we had the replacement controller on. Let's just go through what's happened, because some stuff obviously I've done off camera because no one wants to watch silicone dry. So I'll just take it in a second. What we've done before we start the install, everything has been resealed around all the plastic fairings. I just didn't fancy the chance of any water coming in. Should have been done anyway, to be honest, by the manufacturer, but that's how they go. But yeah, that's watertight. Still slightly flexy. I've done the outside fairing as well, so nothing's getting in this. Still slightly flexy, so we haven't quite set yet. But what we'll do is install the controller, get the battery on, get the back wheel spinning, and we'll go from there. So as we left off, we had the old controller, which is that one. And then we had the new controller, which is that one. Only thing I've done is cut the connectors off the old one, 1 and 2, and soldered them onto the new controller. The only two connectors I've actually done is the power, which is obviously red and black, and the motor, which is red and, well, what was it? Green and blue on the old controller, yellow and blue on the new Star. As for fitting the controller where we're going to stick it, let's have a quick look. Go over that as well, actually. The original controller was bolted to the frame itself, which obviously is the way you want to go. Let me just lift this up a second. Original controller was inlaid in here, bolted up on the underside like this. Let me just see if I can get it in position a second. Right, she bolted up in there. You can see the bolt holes, 1 and 2. New controller, slightly smaller by 5mm. So to get it to fit how I want it to fit, basically, because I need it nice and snug. Only modification, as you can see the screw heads there, I've had to remove 2mm off the top 2 screw heads. What that lets me do is feed this in like that with a tab above, nice and flush, and love tap the back side, and she's in. That way it's secured to the frame, it's laid in. I'll black seal down there to keep it nice and secure, take some vibration out of it. Mount that on rubber dampeners, just helps the shock, especially if this is going to be ramped, etc. All the wiring's here. Let's put the camera back, plug in the relevant wires to get our motor spinning, and should be pretty much about it. We're just waiting for sealant to dry at that point. So I'll just feed the wires through a second. Remove the potentiometers. They won't help in too much. Tell you what, there must be a better angle for this. Let me move you up there a second. And down quite a lot. It's not ideal. Is that better? Nope. Kind of need it there, really. Okay, we'll go on the back of the bike. That should do nicely. As you can see, we've still got loads more working as well. That's not helping things. Let's try and mount this. Bear with me. Let me pause a second. We'll stick it by there. There you go. Now you get a good view of the wiring. The wires are labelled, but in a Chinese manner. We have, let's pull them all through. 1, 2, 3. The only ones I'm going to leave inside the bay is the main power cable, which is this one, and the main motor cable, which is that one. They're going to be left inside because that's where the connections for them are going to go. We've got them next. Right, throttle options. That's the original throttle that's fitted to the vehicle. We've also got a key ignition as an option. But we'll use this now for testing. Ask the customer if they want this fitted instead of the half, so it's completely up to them. So we've got a throttle. it was a case of just connecting all this up now, really. Let me see. First one, let's connect the actual throttle up, shall we? It's labelled derailleur in China for some reason. And we've got brakes, don't need to connect any of them up, sensors or anything like that. Power, etc. Okay. Let's use the original wiring, which is that section there. That's the throttle, that would be the on-off switch. That would be the voltmeter to display how much current is on the throttle. So let's connect these up. First one is the throttle to the controller derailleur. Don't know why it's labelled that. That's that one done. Second is the ignition switch. So what have we got here for on and off? Brake, power lock. So we'll take our power lock line, connect that up to the ignition. What else do we need? We've got sport mode. We'll stick that on as well on an extra button. Let's connect the battery up a minute and make sure the controller and everything else is good with the vehicle. As for the battery, it's been pre-sealed, all ready to go. I cut the back label off just so you can see what's going in it. We've gone from the 200 amp hour 2 amp hour no branded cells from China. We're going to be using Samsung based battery, model 35E cells, 20 amp hours. This is going to be plenty to be honest. It's a bit of overkill, but that's the way it goes. Better that than underkill. So we'll connect this up a second. I'm debating whether to actually encase this. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention. Foam inserts for the front plate. Obviously we're padding this whole deck out. So you've got foam insert for the front, foam insert for the base. There's also a foam insert for the whole back panel, foam insert for the rear. Then the battery's going in, so it's nice and padded all around. I might even encase this in just a disposable black case I've got on the side. I'd rather case it, just to protect it basically. It's a decent battery, the customer paid decent money. I'd rather it's still being used 3 years time without an issue. So let's just stick this in a second. How much room have we got? There's enough. Enough room. The battery's going to get mounted in there. Base is getting padded out. If I stick it in a case, that will also help for protection. I can see me sticking it in a black case, to be honest. Just for peace of mind. So we'll connect the power up. Obviously we're pre-fused. 40 amp fuse, let me check. 35 amp fuse, we'll bump that to a 40 because this battery's going to supply a bit more. Power from the controller to the battery next, which is this one. Small spark. Power from the controller to the motor, which is that one. Right, what are we missing? What are we missing? Ooh, on-off switch on the battery. That would help if I turned that on. Let me double check the switch is turned on a second. Because they did come with ignition on the side, so we will be using that again. I'll manually turn that switch on a second. Alright, switch turned on. Plug that back into there. There's that spark. Lovely. So now we need to see the back wheel spinning off the throttle. And then it's a case of sealing this battery up inside this bay, connecting the charger port up, waiting for the sealant to dry, and off she goes. Ooh, and sport mode. Let's see if this wheel rotates. just zoom you out a second. I think this is the first time in a while this thing's moved. So let's pick it up off the floor. What have we got? Okay, it works. We've got a rage machine. There's a slight rubbing on the left hand side rear of the cog. We can address that in a minute. Don't know what that is, but we'll find out. Let's give that another quick. Cool. So that's basically the controller wired in, battery wired in. We're waiting for sealant to dry. A ton more foam just from the inside, cut the size, just to line the bay a bit more. Got plenty of sheets of that, that's not a problem. What I'm going to do is stick this battery in a hard case, why not? Then put the hard case inside. Yeah, that's a better option. So what I'll do is I'll take the battery out, seal it inside the black hard case, then put the black hard case inside the bay, then pad the case out, then put the side panel back onto sealing. Basically, you're trying to eliminate any movement at all with the battery, the wiring, the controller. If there's no movement, there's nothing to damage, to be honest. So what we'll do, we'll stop that there. She's all working. I'll get that battery in a case, get the case in there. I'll come back in a couple of seconds and you'll see it all padded out and lined. Right. So let me see. MXR 1300 watts, new controller, new battery. I decided to seal the battery in blue seal and put the battery inside the case and put the case inside another case and put that into the internal bay. It's been fully padded out, so it's ready to take a good hit. Remove the side panel as soon as we stop this pitch invasion happening. Out the way. We'll check the side panel out, see where we are at the moment. Everything's padded in, lovely and secure, that ain't going nowhere. It came with an ignition key barrel, that was faulty, so I put an optional switch on there for on off, which hides under there, so it can't be accidentally knocked through your thigh or inside the leg. Apart from that, she is ready to test and go. I'm a bit big to obviously ride and test this, so we'll give this back to the customer. It's fully charged, we'll get them on their way today, and we'll hear back tomorrow to see lifespan, power, etc. But it's a big upgrade from a generic cell battery to a proper Samsung, put it that way. So yeah, you get a lot more use out of it. So what I'll do is put the last two screws in here, button him back up, see if we can get the customer to film this on a field going, hopefully. Send me the video. And we'll leave that as is now. If it comes back in, we'll stick it back on the video, obviously. But apart from that, quick battery controller swap out, full padded, fully sealed as well, try and keep some of the water out. There is a big gap back here, I noticed. I can't seal that because the shock needs to move on the swing arm. So I can't put a fixed piece of anything in there, hence why I went double cased. 2 screws left, and she is out the door. Right, so we'll leave that one there. Next one up will be we're either going to pick a Kaboo Mantis or got a Rocky mounted mid motor that's not working. We could take a look at that. So catch you again soon, guys, and we'll get a Rocky mounted out next time mid drive.